We got another comedian for you, another student I'm very excited to see. Please, big round of applause. Hey, you guys ready? Yeah. You guys ready? Big round of applause for Brett J. Young.
Well, howdy, everybody. I gotta say, it is pretty weird being up here and sharing the stage with some just really grade A comics up here. But you know what I always say, you gotta fake it until you make it. That's why I always dress for the job that I want. I don't know if anyone in town is hiring a magician's accountant, but I am ready for the interview. Fake it till you make it. And they wonder why imposter syndrome is such a problem in this country. You know, when we have sayings like that, fake it till you make it. But I am here tonight to say to all you people suffering with imposter syndrome that there is hope, because I have found a cure. It works every single time, and all you have to do is something very, very simple. You just need to go out and put yourself in a situation where you actually are an imposter. And from that point on, you will know the difference between thinking, oh, maybe I kind of, sort of don't belong here, and knowing for shit sure you do not belong. And to illustrate this point, I'd like to tell you all about the time my family took a vacation to Germany. We were doing all the typical German vacation, touristy things, you know, sausage festivals, beer gardens, Holocaust museums, all the fun spots. And as much as a laugh-a-rama as Auschwitz is, we needed a bit of a palate cleanser for all the ethnic cleansers, you know? So my family decided to book a Sound of Music van tour. Quick elevator pitch, you cram into a van with a bunch of strangers and you go around Germany looking at all the locations where the classic Songcation was filmed. All the while, the driver will give you little bits of trivia about the movie, lead some sing-alongs, and it's just a romp. There's just one teeny tiny problem with the Sound of Music van tour. I had never, and to this day have never, seen The Sound of Music. I know! I got up this morning and looked in the mirror. I know what I look like. Never seen it. Not the movie, not a community theater production. Hell, I had a chance. My high school put this on. I had friends in it. But I wasn't cast in it, so I didn't go because I am a shitty friend. And to make matters worse, the seating arrangements landed so that I was up front in the passenger seats, swatting distance from the tour guide. Now, I didn't want to make a scene, and I know the stakes might seem kind of low. I mean, what are they going to do? Stop the band underneath the hills of Salzburg and beat the shit out of me? But this guy's trying to give these people a show that they paid good money to see. I didn't want to ruin that. So I'm trying to think it. And for the most part, it's pretty easy. We go and see this church, and I just gotta pretend I recognize it. Oh, that's where they got married. Whoa. Julie Andrews liked her coffee how? Wowee! But then we get to the part of the tour I'm dreading the most. He pulls out a CD with the soundtrack of The Sound of Music. The soundtrack of music, if you will. And he gets all excited, he turns straight to me, and he says, all right, we're going to start the sing-along now. Everybody knows of this one. Now, you might have noticed that was not a perfect German accent, which I am capable of doing. I don't know where this guy was originally from, but I am pretty sure neither English nor German were his first language. So I stand by that impression. He starts pulling up Do, Re, Mi. And I'm like, okay, I've heard of Do, Re, Mi. I haven't been living under a rock. If I can just get past the first chorus, then the rest of the band will get enthused. They'll do all the singing for me. I can just listlessly look out the window and enjoy the German countryside for the rest of the drive. Starts up. Do, a deer, a female deer, Re.
A pocket roll.
Okay, well that's great that you guys do it, but in that millisecond, I realized that these lyrics had never had to come out of this mouth. The muscle memory wasn't there. I mean, if you had sat me down at a table and said, Brett, why don't you write out the lyrics to Do, Re, Mi? It's like a fun exercise. In like 20 minutes, I could have figured it out. But in that instant, Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, some other kind of deer. Mi, a name for other deer. Pa, that was Mulan's last name. So, how about those other deer? Law and Order on TV. Tea, a drink with jam and bread. I actually did know that one. But that just got us back to dough, and the vicious cycle began again. So, after we stopped and started taking pictures of the hills and they finished beating the shit out of me, I realized that from that point on, anytime I felt like an imposter, I could just remember that time I was sitting in front of the van of the Sound of Music fan tour and realize it ain't nothing like that. I mean, take tonight for instance. I wasn't even supposed to be on the lineup. In fact, I need to get back to my One Tree Hill walking tour. We're supposed to be egging Chad Michael Murray's house. Thank you all.
Brett K. Young, best dressed in the house.